Hey guys. Hey guys. So today I'm going to continue what I love and hate about your sign. So from Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. So wait. Leo, Libra, Leo, Virgo, yeah. So the next fire, earth, air, and water signs. So this would be the second try area. The first four signs are, more innocent, childish, simple, whatever. The next four are more relationship oriented and outer world focus and how to get on in the world in a sense. It's kind of like more teenager rather than child and infant. But I mean, the first sign, Leo, is definitely very child focused as well. So, so Leo is definitely a sign that I have issues with. I don't know many Leos, but Leo is my descendant, which means that Leo was descending on the western horizon when I was born, and it's also my south node. So I would have problems with Leo. I'm also a Capricorn, and Capricorn and Leos have power struggle. So Leos are pretty self-centered generally, but they're very generous people. What I like about Leos is as a Capricorn, I like a sense of ambition and a sense of power. I don't like cockiness though, and that's probably the worst part about Leos. But Leos are generous and they have a good, nice air around them. Like, I've dated a lot of Leo risings and I'm engaged to a Leo. So they have like a presence, and it's a nice presence. That's pretty much it. Like, that's the main thing about Leos that I really like. It's a really nice presence, generous, spiritual people. At least they want you to think they're spiritual. They'll talk to you about lots of religions. They're not that opinionated. I think Aquarius is more opinionated in pride of its head. Leo has pride in its self and in its heart and its family. It's just proud of everything in its little tiny circle, and that I don't like that Leos are focused on that rather than the bigger intellectual picture, because I have Aquarius rising. Moving on to Virgo. I love Virgos. I think Virgos are actually the funniest people. And you don't necessarily hear that unless you know a lot about astrology. But look up Virgo risings and Virgo suns. They are throughout the comedic world. There's also a lot of Virgo risings and Virgo suns on YouTube. So the Virgo, what I like about them, I actually like the fact that they see every detail and they remember little details. I think there's two extremes. There's the people that I really don't like that don't remember any details, and they're like, oh, and that is annoying. And then there's Virgo that can go to the extreme and nitpick every little thing and say, you could do this the right way. So they think there's a right way to do everything. They want to organize the chaos. But my favorite part is they're very detail oriented. They're very attractive people. Like, I'm very attracted to them, so if I am attracted to someone, I can pick out whether or not they have Virgo in them. They're usually very beautiful, like nice, beautiful eyes. Sometimes really big eyes. They usually accentuate themselves with feminine beauty and little details in the quality of their clothes. A little bit too brainy. So I think a bad part is I dated a Virgo I didn't know if they liked me. It was really not obvious. And I'm pretty intellectual and stuff, but they were way too cold. I think Virgos are way more analytical and cold than Capricorn or any other sign. Aquarius, yeah, even more than Aquarius in some ways. Like, Aquarius can talk about emotions. I don't know if Virgo wants to. It's kind of like Virgo is the most barren sign, so that would be my least favorite thing about Virgo. Now, Virgos are also they are the sign of like before a relationship, so they prepare themselves for going out in public. They have an appearance thing. It's not like Libra, but it's like this is what you should do before you do that. They're really something to look up to when you see them cleaning or getting ready for certain things. Virgo risings, they're kind of living on their nerves in a way. They'll clean up after you because the good part is they'll clean up after you. The bad part is they think that they're the only ones that can clean. I don't necessarily like that. Like with my Aquarius, I don't like that. Because like Aquarius is kind of like everyone has their own pluses and negatives. And Virgo's kind of like, yeah, but you know, this is the right way, that's the wrong way. And they will post their critiques on Facebook. Like they'll just kind of like automatically post critical things and whatever they're thinking and expect everyone to just be like, okay, thank you for that. But sometimes people just don't care. They just don't care. And moving on, the next sign would be Libra. I love Libras. Libras are really smart. I've talked about this in other videos. I don't like Libras around me all the time because of their changeable back and forth scales. The worst part would be Libras are fickle, and Libras want to keep the peace. And they do it in a kind of way that's like, look at me, I'm a peacekeeper, love me. I'm smiley and cheery, love me. I think that's how it comes off, and they won't admit it because they don't like to face anything negative. In their little worlds, nothing's bad, everything's peachy, there's no sharp edges, everything's rounded really well, all, well-rounded. So a good thing about Libra is the well-roundedness. Bad thing is the deceptiveness, because they don't like the extremes and all that, even though they go to extremes, and they never know what they want. Which I don't mind most of the time, but then there's those certain situations where you need to kind of face certain issues, and then Libra's kind of like, Virgos can kind of do that, they back off, but Libras are like more, I don't know, and they'll be like, I'll just do whatever you want to do. Which is cool when you have a Libra around and they'll do stuff, but then they actually get bored of it like pretty quickly because they feel unbalanced. So they're hanging out with you and they're like, I've had too much of you today. I need to have something that's not you at all. And it's like they need to have two interests and kind of go back and forth with them. And I like having smart talks with Libra because of their objective mind. And I don't get angry at that aspect. That's probably my favorite, but the worst would be Libra. Fickleness is what I said, and deceptiveness. Yeah. Okay, next is Scorpio. I think that's the last one. I'm doing this video pretty quickly. So, Scorpio. I love Scorpios. Scorpios are like probably my favorite friends to have around. Scorpios are really, they like to study like occult things, and they know that those things are real, and they'll analyze people with me. And I'm a Capricorn with Aquarius rising, so it makes sense that these are the things I like about them. Also, Capricorn is sextile to Scorpio, so Capricorn and Scorpio are best friends. And they both will talk about occult things and how their negative emotions and how they're feeling, and they don't care about coming off in a bad way or negative way because they know it helps. But the worst thing about Scorpio is, well, I was just talking today, a lot of Scorpios won't admit to themselves, but they are pretty self-righteous in relationships in a sense that they want to control their partner and they want to know everything that's going on in their lives, but they can't look back at themselves. Like, it's not a two-way street. They will appear like everything is so fine and they're like the perfect boyfriend or girlfriend, but they're so good at hiding their secrets. If they're flirting with someone, they will say, I don't want you ever flirting with anyone. So it appears like they don't flirt, but they do. And there's always that kind of thing where there's like their own secret life, and that's something Aquarius doesn't like, or Sagittarius doesn't like, because those signs are all about everything out in the open. But the water signs like their secrets, especially Scorpio in this way, in relationships. But Scorpios are definitely good people to be in a relationship with, but they are they always have this part of themselves in the back of their heads that's suspicious of everything, which I actually don't mind. So let's just say my favorite aspect is really good friendship, and they're always there for you, and I love how I feel around Scorpio. It's like, I can have so much fun with them, and you don't see them as a fun sign, but I do. They're so full of energy. So Scorpio, I like their energy. And negatively, what I don't like about Scorpio is probably they are manipulative, like, and they know it. Like, well, they're super manipulative, and they'll use that. And it's like, Libra's all about fairness. Scorpio goes past fair, and they're like, I'm protecting what's mine. So that they justify it by saying, I'm just protecting what is me and what's mine, because of their suspicious character. And that's just how it is with them. This video is a lot shorter than the last one, but I hope I was more on point. As you can see, I changed the name of my videos to Spiritual Astrology, and I'm adding a lot of new features. So I'm finishing up the astrology basic signs from Aries to Pisces. At this point, when I upload this video, I will have be done Capricorn, so I still have Aquarius and Pisces to do. I have so many different ideas of what I'm going to start. Few of my friends, like, well, I think I spoke with Alyssa Sharp and Chris Crocker, and they mentioned that I could start a Mars series, and yeah, so I might start a Mars series. Or there's so many other ideas that are just flowing through my head. So I love it if anyone that watches this gives me ideas. Tell me anything, just so I can kind of go on to the next thing after Pisces. Alright, thank you, and get ready for my spiritual signs, the Aquarius and Pisces videos. I'm really excited for these signs. Very excited. And then next I'm gonna do Sagittarius to Pisces for what I love and what I hate, and that it would be the Jupiter and Saturn signs. So 2 of those signs are way too open, and 2 of them are way too restricted on themselves and others. Okay, thank you. Bye.